With Pokemon Go being the newest fad, having over 100 million downloads, I thought that I should do something about Pokemon. I actually found some ROM hacks of some NES games that involve Pokemon. The first game that we're gonna try is Pokemon Yellow. 2,000 Pokemon? All I see is one. Talk about a game just blatantly lying to you. I just know Pikachu did something to them. Just look into his soulless, dark eyes and concrete gray body. He knows where they are. He knows. Anyway, let's just play the game. Pikachu, I know I saw you on the title screen, but honestly, you look pretty dead. Did someone suck out your blood using a straw? And I bet you're mad at this because they're flipping everyone off in the bottom left corner. But I can tell you something Pikachu does like. Milk and apples.
Now she's milking, she's apples.
Anyway, when Pikachu collects about 10 milk cartons, he can get a power-up such as a better attack or even a car to get all those ladies.
Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car.
Well, maybe it's time to mention that this is a hack of Felix the Cat on NES. And it's actually not that bad. It's a pretty fun game. I would recommend the actual Felix the Cat game, except it's kinda getting pricey. Next up is Pokemon Blue, or just Blue as the title suggests. Also, we get a Blastoise with different vehicles running in the background and foreground. You really gonna take that, boy? Once you press start, you get 3 level options. But let me just choose Hip Hop World. Hip Hop World is right. This is up here with the great Milli Vanilli.
You know it's true. I love you.
Hey look, it seems we control a little blue bear. Oops. Guess the guy just wanted to plank. So playing this game, I noticed that he barely walks. He more shuffle dances around.
Every day I'm shuffling.
And if you thought that was weird, he also tries to consume his enemies. But when he does, they just jump off screen. Maybe it's his breath. But what I can tell you is that the diamonds are some sort of currency and the bones give you special power-ups, such as health or better attacks. Here's the first boss, but without any items, it's impossible. But let me just try again. Yes! Oh man, that was hard. There's a second form? I'm done. By the way, it's not that the game is that difficult, I'm just lazy. And what you may not know is that this is another hack of an NES game, Wacky Races. Here we have Pokemon Golden, and it starts with yet another emotionless Pokemon, this time Eevee. Honestly, this is probably the most uninteresting of the bunch. This is a hack of the Tom and Jerry NES game, but Jerry is replaced by an Eevee. Probably the most hilarious thing about this hack is Eevee's walk cycle. It reminds me of Pitfall Harry from the not-so-great Super Pitfall. Overall, it's not that bad, but it's also not that good.
You betray me, you're not good, you're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
Here is the so-called Pokemon Green, or just Green. What's with these games' title screens having the same concept? In this game, you play as a green Clefairy with a weird walk cycle in a side-scroller platformer. You do have the ability to shoot some enemies though. Huh? What's that? Is that my true love, Blue Clefairy girlfriend? Blue Clefairy girlfriend, I'm gonna get you, love! Never mind. I can't. Deuce! Now this game isn't that bad. It's actually a hack of a Famicom exclusive, Kero Kero Keropi no Daiboken 2. At least that's how I think it's pronounced. Next we have Pokemon 2000. No, not that Pokemon 2000. This game gives you 2 choices when you start it up. Easy or normal mode. You're giving me way too many choices, game. I don't know what to choose. I honestly don't have much to say about this game. It's Charmeleon in what I'd say a prehistoric setting. It's most definitely a ROM hack, but I don't know what of. The only thing I think could be from the original game is this baby. If anyone recognizes this baby, please comment below. The game isn't that great either. It's a pretty subpar side-scroller that's just missing one thing, the ability to duck. I wouldn't really make it into a huge complaint if only the enemies weren't placed where they are. There was plenty of times ducking was essential to avoid projectiles, and I died because this game just doesn't give you that ability. This is Pokémon Gold, and it's a port of the Game Boy Color game of the same name, but this version has terrible music and is also in Chinese. Anyway, it's time to choose our Pokémon. Talk about choosing, all I pressed was A and I immediately got what I first selected. Well, let's just see what I got. There's no Pokemon in this grass? Okay. How about this grass? Nope. This? Nope. Fine. Let's just visit Mr. Pokemon. I mean the Professor Oak cloning facility. This is kinda getting awkward. I'm just gonna leave. Hey look, it's my rival! He has a Chikorita. That means I have Cyndaquil. Cool! Oh, the battle's over? Okay. Like I said before, this is some weird hack of Pokémon Gold on Game Boy, but altered the play on the NES, with different graphics, bad music, and Chinese writing. I would play this more other than the fact that I can't read or understand it, but it's still a pretty interesting adaptation to play, and you should totes check it out. Remember Pokémon Black and White 2? Well, you probably thought that those two were the first direct sequels to a Pokémon game.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Here is Pokémon Diamond 2 on NES. Well, this is actually a hack of Ruby, so yeah, they lied to ya. When you immediately start the game, you start in Mowville City with a level 5 Combuskin and a level 25 Metatite. Like the previous one, I would play more if I actually knew what I was doing, not just a mystery of pressing A on an attack and hoping that it does some damage to the opponent. And I saved the best for last, The Legend of Pokemon.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter?
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
You mean you haven't played it yet? We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System. It's the Legend of
Pokemon.
and it's really rad. Those creatures from
Team Rocket.
are pretty bad.
Snorlax, Ekans, and Pikachu.
But with your help, our hero pulls through. Yeah.
There's no Snorlax or Ekans, but there is Pikachu, and that's it. This is a ROM hack of the original Legend of Zelda, but with the sprite changed to Link, making him into a Pikachu. I'm guessing it's the complete game. I wouldn't know because I didn't play the whole thing. Some differences that are noticeable are that you are now Pikachu, and the whole game is in Spanish. But the thing is, it's just a hack of the Legend of Zelda. There's nothing really special about it. I kinda wish that they implemented other Pokemon, as that would make the game more interesting. Hey look, I'm doing an end slate. That's pretty cool. Isn't that cool, guys? That's pretty cool. But if you made it this far and you like this video, then you should like the video. There's a button for that down there. And if you liked it, you can like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. And if you want more content like this, then there's a subscribe button too. Peace.